who I am, Fernando.
And that basically I'm just trying to get Black like-minded women together to network and just do our thing out here, you know? So those are some things about me that wasn't captured on the show. I'm Aries. My birthday is April 1st. April Fool's Day. It's my own little holiday, I like to say. And I'm originally from New York.
Mm-hmm. My birthday is Friday.
I was supposed to go.
Yes, what's your zodiac, Tiff?
A Libra.
Oh, that balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Virgo is 211. I'm an Aquarius.
Okay.
So the big 35. Yeah, Friday,
okay.
The big 35. I'll be in Cartagena, Colombia.
Okay.
I can't wait. All I do is travel. Like
hey, T, my girl from Harlem, she says, hey, Tawana.
Hey, Kamisha, what's up with you?
Kamisha's in the building. Yeah. So we are going to get this thing rolling. Fernando, if you want to shoot, or Tiffany, if you want to shoot, we can start you want to talk about eliminations? How you want to do it, Fernando?
Let's start with the eliminations and how we feel after the eliminations. You know, how we've been dealing with it since then. Okay. Ladies want to go first or like me to go first?
You got it.
Sure. So I was the first one off the show. Never expected it. Never saw it coming. But as you can see, I was nervous. Even now, you know, I'm a little nervous, but getting better with the interviews and being live and things of that nature, you know, being on camera. I was a very private person prior to Ready to Love. So all of this is new to me, same as being in a relationship for 7 years. So going into dating was all new to me. So being on the show was a whole different experience. But since then, I mean, life has been good. Like, the love, the support, there are people that are reaching out to me from, of course, home, Panama, Europe, like London, Amsterdam, folks in Africa have all reached out to me, giving support, saying that, you know, a mistake had happened, that, you know, I was wrong. So I'm looking forward to, you know, the next season, and hopefully next time things will be a little different because, you know, I do feel like I was a little shorted being that I was let go so early. I never had a chance to really get to show the audience who I really am. Like, you know, I bring a lot to the table, and the more I get to know you, the more I open up. So.
Did Tiffany drop off? Hey, Kamisha. Hey, Miss Confession. Hi, Kelly. Okay, let me get her back in here. I'm trying to put her back in the room.
Okay. I don't know what happened right there.
That's all.
I heard everything.
You good?
Oh, I heard everything you said, but I couldn't. But okay.
Yes, thank you, Confessions. Definitely was shorted, but, you know, it's cool. Like, you know, folks are here now. Folks are seeing me. You know, I'm still doing interviews and everything else. So I'm still a part of the show. I'm still part of the cast. You know, still got the reunion episode coming up. So you'll see me then as well. So, you know, more to come. Definitely more to come from me.
Right. That's right.
Keena, I think you might have came off next.
Okay, so for the elimination for me, I'm really fine with that. You know, I feel like everything happens for a reason. My person just really wasn't there. I'm a believer in not really wasting time in people that this is an intentional journey. So, you know, I can read the room pretty quickly and say, I don't think my person's here. I definitely made some great friendships through this journey, though, and that has been rewarding in itself. So I am happy to have that. But I'm not upset. I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. I'm just, you know, having fun with this process. Because, you know, I'm doing interviews and, you know, the only thing I wish that, you know, you guys got to know me a little bit more because I'm a lot of fun. I'm a good time. So, you know, they basically, you know, kind of portrayed me to kind of be, you know, kind of upset or not upset, but kind of straightforward, and I definitely am straightforward and very upfront with how I feel about things. But like I've been saying, that elimination happened at 2 a.m. So that was a very, very long day, and I was not prepared for that day. So as far as just how long it was going to be, and I'm human, so I definitely was tired.
And then that headache, too. The headache can help at all.
And then I had a like, I was drinking Prosecco and stuff and didn't really eat. So it was just really catching up with me. So, about time I walked in that room with Cliff, it was 11:30 at night. I was like, are we still asking questions about who I am? Like, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
So, but, I don't have any regrets or anything like that. I'm very happy with how, it went for me.
Yeah. Same, like, I'm definitely proud the way I went out. Like, it could have been a whole lot worse. Things could have been a whole lot different. So I appreciate the way that I was presented and the way that the fans took it. So I'm good with it. And I agree with you as well. Like, my love wasn't in that house, but I am still ready to love. It just wasn't, my time at that place. And, it was hot. It was hangry. The more doors wasn't enough. Like, I needed more. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was tired. Tired.
Tired and high. That is not a good combination for black people.
Okay,
go ahead.
Okay, so the elimination process for me was, first of all, the process in itself was I'm not a real dater, especially now that I'm dating with intention and I'm looking for my person. So I don't really entertain 3 and 4 and 5 guys at one time. I just don't have the time or the energy to do so. So this was a process where I had to open up very quickly to a lot of men. And that wasn't something that I'm comfortable with, but I was able to do it at a certain extent. And I ended up connecting with who I connected with. It wasn't 3 or 4 men. It was 1 or 2 men. What saddens me about this for the fans is that they didn't get to see much of that interaction, those dates that took place. The fans were able to see that. But I feel good about the connections that I established. I am unapologetic about the way I went home. My response was a raw emotion.
You're human.
It was a raw emotion. I had no clue that I was at an elimination date. I had no clue what was about to happen. I also did not know that some of the things I was saying was being picked up as well. A large part of what you all saw or didn't see was full of substance and a very productive conversation. And so I'm good, y'all. I had to get to a place of peace with it. I'll be honest and say initially I wasn't in a place of peace, but I am now. I would love for the world to see more of me.
Yes.
How much of a great of a woman I am. I'm a woman of integrity. I'm a woman of substance. I am full of love. And I would love for the world to see that because that was not displayed in my time in front of you all. So I am very grateful for these interviews and for my awesome castmates who want to do this with me to give me a chance to really show you all who I really am. And my heart is full. I've done a lot of work in the past few years to really prepare to be in a relationship. There was a time I wasn't ready, but I'm ready. And no one or nothing can tell me I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Well, all is well.
All is well. I like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
All is well.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So did you think, Fernando, that, was there something that you might have did a little different, like through that whole mixer, do you think?
From the jump, I would have picked a different suit. I picked my suit. I knew it would be memorable, so it did work. But I would have picked a different combination. It would have fit differently. Aside from that, I would have been more open from the jump. Would have dove head first. Instead of asking those very stereotypical questions, I would have had a more flowing conversation. Just getting to know Joy and just who she is and what makes her who she is and what she's looking for in life. I wish the audience would have seen more of my conversation with other people. I definitely had some very good conversations. I mean, to the point where, spending like 20 minutes talking straight, just really vibing and getting to know that person. And none of that being shown on the episode kind of really sucks because you don't realize, like, I meant more. I got to know the cast a little bit more than what you got to see. It was only like 2 people that really showed, on the camera. Aside from that, though, I'm happy the way, like, I spoke, things that I said. I was honest, I was truthful. Even with, some of the things that were said, like, why you from over east or, body more comments. It didn't agitate me, it didn't upset me. So I'm happy that the way I carried myself in the way that, I presented and, represented my family and everything else.
Can you explain the Baltimore thing? Because people are not from Baltimore, and that's like a trending topic. Can you explain what over east is?
I mean, it's interesting that people, when they hear body more and, they think that, it's on my body. And the thing with Old East is like, I don't know how they got Old East, OLD, and it's over East, OVA. I'm from over East, I'm from East Baltimore. And when you meet somebody from Baltimore, either from East side or West side, 9 times out of 10. So you meet them, that's like a common way to greet somebody. Yo, where you from? Baltimore? Oh, for real? East or West? Oh, I bet. Yeah, I know somebody out there. My family's from over there, something like that. It's a conversation. But with her, she just like, that is kind of just like, what's that supposed to mean? And just like, come on, B. Like, don't do me like that, Joy. You know how we do. We're from Baltimore. So, when we actually from Baltimore, that's how you do things. That's how we greet each other. And, like, so I'm from East Baltimore, but there's no beef between East or West. I hang out in West Baltimore often. Most of the girls I dated were from West Baltimore, so I love West Baltimore, but I'm born and raised, and I stay over East. Simple as that.
Okay.
And I'm from Baltimore, but I don't actually live in Baltimore now. I live in PG County, closer to the Commanders Stadium, that new football team. So I'm from Baltimore, but I do not live in Baltimore. I live in PG County, Pretty Girl County. That's where I stay at.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call them. That's what they call them.
Hey, lady.
What's up, Vern?
Hey, Vern.
Hey, Vern, what's up, y'all?
Someone asked a question.
I did see a question. Mm-hmm.
I seen Confession had a question earlier.
What does she have to say?
She said, I think, what have you learned about yourself? I think since the show or since the elimination, something like that.
Okay. Well, I can start that. What I've learned was I think that I definitely need to not be as guarded. I don't really like giving up too much too fast. So in that type of environment, you definitely gotta like be quick with the interactions and the connections. So I just move at a slower pace. But with dating now, which I'm not dating now, but I would like to start dating now, I think that I just need to kind of be more open to different things, I would say, because I'm kind of one-minded and the type that I like or what I'm looking for, but I might miss out on something great if I don't kind of open up a little more.
How you feel, Tiff?
What have I learned about myself? When it comes to dating, I'm comfortable with where I am, and I'll say that because I'm in a place where I trust myself, and I feel like the decisions I'm making and the men I choose, I'm comfortable with that. I don't necessarily have a type. I'll date older, I'll date younger, I'll date my age. It's a lot of other dynamics to it, to meeting a man to me than just like his age or what does he do for a living. Of course, all of those things matter, but I really look at the person, the essence of the person. So in this process, I can say that I still feel good about the decisions I made. I don't necessarily like the way I went about some things and some of the conversations I had, but overall, I'm in a place of peace when it comes to this whole process. So I'm good. I wouldn't say I learned anything or I would change anything.
Mm-hmm. I guess for me, I did agree with Keena where I can say that I have a type, I look for a thicker woman. I tend to like thicker women. and a certain look that I was looking for wasn't in that house. I didn't allow myself to really give everybody a chance. Oh, you are. I learned after the fact, okay? I learned not like that. I'm just saying, I've seen you definitely in different clothes, and I was like, oh, like, when you got pants on, it's like, oh, but you don't, like, I heard the big butt comment, and I was like, oh, yeah, when she got the pants on, I definitely see it. But aside from that.
I'm joking.
No, but even like Keena, I would say, when I first met you on an episode at the Mixer, I didn't really feel you. You know what I mean? Wasn't really too much engaged with you. I wasn't feeling, a real friendship. Just we didn't say like we had any kind of connection. In my opinion. But then, after eliminations, getting to meet you again, having conversations and hanging out, it's just like, yo, you're a real dope person. Like, you're really cool and you're very easy to talk to. You're very relatable and you've been through some things yourself. So you really got a lot of knowledge, a lot of information that, I can learn from, you know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't give you any of that, when I first met you, at the Mixer. So like those things, I kind of learned about myself. Like, I didn't give everybody a chance like I should have, and I really could have found some cool people. And I have, especially with like the males and hanging out with the guys, they're real cool. Like, there's some dope fellas. And that's why I think our season looks different than other seasons, because we actually all vibe, all seem to have that kind of connection. We just cool with each other, you know what I mean? And so it's natural. It's not forced, nothing like that. So, those things I wish I wish I could have been on the show longer, because I could have been on the cast more, got to hang with them more. Just finding love or not finding love, the people that are part of the cast and crew, they're dope. And so I really, wish I had more time with them. So that's one thing that I do, wish would have occurred if I would stay longer.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would like to say, build on what you just said. Having more time would for me. Just having more time to have conversation and be around these men would have been very helpful. I will say that time played a big factor in us being able to establish those connections faster, stronger. I will say that played a big part in it.
Yeah, because it really is speed dating, so you really have to be able to touch and go, but touch and go with substance.
Yeah.
So, and that small bit of time, you're trying to, find something substantial to talk about with some substance to get someone engaged. And it's not the easiest. It looks easy, but it's really not the easiest thing to do, especially if you're not the type of person that is, used to talking to 6-7 minutes one time and being kind of like directed to like, okay, your time's up. Go talk to Fernando. Okay, your time's up. So you have to be able to take direction well and be able to, move at a faster pace. So y'all see 1 hour of 16 hours of taping. So I've talked to other people than what they showed me talking to on the show and had great conversations. But like Fernando and Tiffany said, those things are just not captured.
Would y'all do another round if you had the opportunity? No.
It depends on where my life is at the time.
Clear on the question, like another round of reality TV dating. Is that what we're speaking of, Kamisha? When we say another round? Because we out here. I mean, we out here right now. Fernando, you in these streets right now, Fernando?
Am I? I ain't never left the streets. I was street certified.
Yes, you enjoy life, I will say.
And that's the thing people don't get to see. Like, I'm really out there. Like, I am Thailand, Ghana, Belize, Paris, Amsterdam, Belgium, Panama, Mexico, Canada. I've been to like everything, everywhere. All over the U.S., from Cali to New York to Boston to Texas, all over it, all through the middle. Even hung out in Iowa before. Like, I've been everywhere. But the world doesn't know that about me. Just aside from being a dope person, a fun person, easygoing, love to be around. And people call me Savage the whole time. Like, my name is, like, people call me Savage. Like, Fernando is, like, interesting. People call me Fernando all the time because I hear Savage, all day long. But then when it's online, it's Fernando. So it's almost like, two different situations because most people know me as Savage. So when people watching the show, not knowing I'm on the show, and they hear this voice, they're like, that sounds like Savage. And then they see Fernando on the screen. They're like, hold up, who the is Fernando? Because I don't really go by that. So, like, this is me, like, even, like, opening up more to the world and showing them, like, who I am. So it's like, yeah, you know, I'm Savage. Like, all day I'm Savage. But, like I said, I'm a great person. I'm loyal. I'm trusting. You know, I'm protective. But I'm a good time whenever you're around me. It's definitely a good time.
I have a question. Are you ready to settle down? Do you want to get married? What's your goal in regards to relationship?
If she can match my energy, then we can do that.
Okay, so
that's all I'm asking. Don't slow me down.
You desire that right now, or you just want to have fun?
I've had fun for the past year because I've only been single for a year. Like, this is all pretty fresh for me. But I don't have but so much time, you know. I still want, if God has it, if God's willing, you know, I have another child. I'm already 35 now, so, excuse me, you know, I only have but so much opportunities. But, you know, mentally, I'm actually went to counseling, you know, since the show. I'm preparing myself, you know, for love and being able to accept love. Just because I'm ready to find love doesn't mean that, you know, I can carry that with a relationship, you know. So it's making sure that I'm ready. Financially, I'm good. But, you know, it's that mental part that sometimes I need to get prepared for in regards to a relationship and making sure that I'm over my last situation to prepare for my next one.
Awesome.
Gems, huh?
Awesome. Good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
What's next, Keena? What's next for you, love? You still out? You ready?
I'm definitely ready to settle. I'm ready to settle down and find something real. But for me, I definitely have to. This has to be a relationship with my friend. I'm looking for friendship first. Because that's the foundation. We need to be able to have fun together. I need to be able to trust you. There needs to be complete transparency in our relationship. So those are something that I'm looking for with first. And then once that happens, I definitely think that it can build on a relationship, and hopefully marriage. Because, I mean, I wanted to be married forever. I never got married. But that's something that I would like to do. I don't want to be a single lady for the rest of my life. So definitely looking towards marriage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What about you, Tiff?
We know that one.
You know what?
Miss Slam the paddle down.
I didn't. Can I say something? Can I speak to that?
Please.
That is not true.
I agree.
And I'm gonna leave that right there. I had no reason to. That was an amazing date. We had a lot of fun. Please remember.
Got you. I agree. All right, bet. Good to know. We learned something new. Respect, sister. Respect.
But honestly, it didn't even, I mean, for someone to say slam, you did like, it's not a slam.
Not even that. It was sitting there. It was just
sitting there. That's not a slam. That's just a tap. Like, hey, guess what? I want to get married. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
You know? If you're not being, you know, I hate when people, you can't call black women aggressive. Like, let's stop that, okay? That's not what we're going to do. And that narrative needs to be changed because nothing is aggressive about Tiffany. She's not an aggressive woman.
No.
Now, if y'all said I slammed the paddle, it might be true. But, but that's not her, you know? So we have to stop using that aggressive word. It's very negative, and it's very negative to black women, and we need to stop.
Yes. And
definitely agree.
My mom says, don't you say emotional. She tells me this, I'm passionate.
Yes.
And y'all, I was just speaking with like passion. He didn't rub me the wrong way. I didn't feel a way. If I felt a way, you'd have known I felt a way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even in that space. I was in a peaceful space. I am now. I'm human though, and we all are, and we can all get to that place of really overfeeling, but then we reel that thing back in, and nobody is going to tell me that I'm not in a place where I can reel it on in. I have my moments, and I'm not apologizing for that. So I've been through a lot in the past few days. And I'm being looked at as this person that I'm not. I'm very comfortable in the skin I'm in. I know the work I've done to get to this place of being centered. To go through this process anyway, y'all, you had to be in a certain mental space.
Who the fuck is that?
Wow. Yeah.
Get him out of here.
But yeah, so all is well. All is well, y'all.
Yes, but thank you, Tiffany, for shining that light on us, because we know who you are. You know who you are. That's most important, and you're a confident Black woman, you know. And people that's hating, let them hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that, you know, why would you get on someone's live and start talking shit? Like, please get out of here.
Listen, we put Kena to put ourselves out there like we did was a level of strength that a lot of the people who are in our DMs and on these blogs couldn't even imagine some of the things we experienced, and to even prepare for this process. So,
yeah, you like this is weeks and weeks. This is, let me get Fernando back in. This is weeks, months, and months of preparing ourselves to be on TV. So that alone is overwhelming itself. It doesn't happen in a day. It takes months to actually prepare yourself. So there is a lot of, you know, evaluations that you have to go through, you know, and I honestly, when we did those psych evaluations and stuff like that and spoke with the counselors, at first I was kind of like, hey, attorney, hey, Simone. At first I was kind of like, why are we doing this? I didn't see the importance of it. Yet now, after not being on the show, I understand, like, your mental health after coming off live TV is so important. Like, you guys have no idea how it can take a toll on you. So I definitely realized, okay, this is why we had to do that. This is why we had to sit down and ask us questions. How would you feel about people, you know, talking about you? How would you feel about people, you know, making you feel upset? You know, they need to know these emotional things, because you could spiral out of control. So it's very, 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 very important that I'm glad that they do that.
I had no idea there were so many review shows on YouTube until after we did the show. Seeing so many people talking about you and like giving their opinion on camera, and like they say whatever they want to say. They can be totally wrong, and you just be like, "But Fernando was this, Fernando was that." You like,
it has been, y'all, especially for a person. I can relate to something that you spoke about, Fernando, about being private. My middle name is Private. I don't do a lot of media, never have. I really conquered a lot of giants with this experience, y'all. Cameras, trying to get to know multiple men, all this social media attention. Nobody understands the magnitude of it. When you watch a YouTube video and somebody's talking about you and knows all these things about you, you're like, how does she know this? Who told her that? It's a lot to take in. So I will say that I feel really good that I accomplished this, because I'm a very private person, and now I'm in front of thousands, millions of people. It's a lot to take in.
Yes, I applaud you. And I want to say, you know, I was the first female eliminated off, and to be a female eliminated off, you know, Black women, we have to do better. We love to put down other Black women. So let me just get into the whole black dress thing. I definitely would wear that black dress again. I definitely am not not regretful of wearing it. I wore it because that was how I personally felt. I thought it was a nice dress. It was comfortable, and I wore it. I didn't want to be on TV in something so tight and snaggy, so I, went for a looser dress. That's why I wore it, but I was very comfortable in my skin. And, people had so much to say about it, but it's my personal expression. It's what I want to wear for my body. And that goes to any black person, black woman, black little girl, whatever. If you put it on you, you should feel confident and happy about it. So, people that have so much to say, it's just like, why? Why is it your business? But I get it. I put myself out there for people to respond and have something to say. But to just tear someone down about something so materialistic is just ridiculous. It's a damn dress. I'm a woman with big breasts. I feel like, hey, if I don't want to wear a bra, I shouldn't have to. Because if I was a size 2, no one would be saying anything about me not wearing a bra. So it's my personal expression. I'm pretty happy with what I wore, and I wouldn't change it. So that's my piece on the black dress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, speak your piece, speak your truth, always. Always. Yeah,
respect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the dress. It ain't bothering me. So whatever.
It's never black men. It's always black women against black women, and we just need to change that narrative. That's it. Opposed to saying, "Oh, that was good." You could have just said, "Oh, I wonder what made her pick that dress today," or what was the the backstory on it. Blah blah blah. Like they don't understand that we have 7 outfits we have to show them to get approved anyway, and they might say, "Oh no, someone's already wearing that. You can't wear that one," or blah 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 blah. They don't understand, and so then you have to do a last minute switch or change. They don't see that part. So it's more than just you just threw a dress on and
Right. My initial dress was pink, and I sent the pictures. I was told to wear the black one. So nobody knows any of this.
I mean, I had a custom suit made. I couldn't even wear it after I had a suit made. It kind of is what it is. It's like, damn, I spent the bread for the suit, and I can't even wear it. It was originally approved, now it's not. What I'm going to do? You know what I'm saying? It's what it is.
That dress was definitely a backup dress because I guess, and it is wild because that dress was a black backup dress, but then we both ended up having on black.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because I dress pink, so what's good? What's going on here?
And I don't think anybody had on pink, so I don't know. I don't know the rationality of it, but it is what it is, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. It's all good.
Okay. We have any other questions, relationships questions, Fernando?
What is dating us really like?
We'll start with you, Fernando.
So you heard I do the chivalry thing. So as soon as I meet you, I'm opening doors. Walk on the right side of the curb. Make sure I'm closer to the curb. I carry the bags. I carry everything. That's also what I'm here for. All the meals, all the expenses, I pay for all that kind of stuff. And I like to have a good time. So whatever we're doing, to make sure it's going to be fun, entertaining. Not about being bored. We're not going to opera, nothing like that. Like, we can, whether it's something simple, just, a nice fancy dinner downtown D.C., go to the monuments, have a sit and chill out with Abe Lincoln. Whether we're traveling, exploring the world, sitting in resorts, all inclusive, or we just, doing something simple like, or doing something at home like escape room or Top Golf, seeing how your swing is. I like to be out, like to be interactive. I'm hands-on. I like to be physical as well. I have very strong hands. I'm good. I have a massage table. Not just a simple, like an actual, soft leather massage table with the headrest and everything.
Okay.
I got the oils and the stones,
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
My neck is starting to hurt.
Oh, yeah, let me know. Anytime, you know what I mean? I'm single, so hey, I'm good. But yeah, I will we go to the restaurant, get whatever you want on the menu. We're not counting, you know what I'm saying? Like, enjoy your drinks, enjoy your meals, get all the appetizers, just try everything, you know what I mean? If you don't like it, fuck it. You know what I mean? At least you tried it. Like, you know, I'm just, like, I'm chill. You know what I mean? I don't argue, I don't fuss, I don't ruffle no feathers. I'm just here to have fun, man. Like, life, you know, I lost a lot of people, man, so life is short. So for me, every moment I have, I'm trying to enjoy it. Like, same energy people use to tear us down, I'd rather use to bring us up. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ladies.
I like it. Sounds great. Awesome. Lovely.
I was trying to tell the people that I don't want radio love, but they weren't trying to listen.
Were you able to express what you just expressed to...
I didn't. I probably didn't, honestly.
And why do you think that? Was it the time, or were you uncomfortable? Because you were that just flowed for me.
Definitely did.
Yeah, I'm in a different element than I was, you know what I mean, on the show.
Okay.
Whether it be the cameras didn't really bother me but so much. But I was uncomfortable, and I sweat on a regular anyway. Like, I got my rag on me right now. Like, I always sweat. But just the fact of being outside and being hot, and then, honestly, if I'm not attracted to that, if I'm not physically attracted to that person, and if I don't really see a future with that person, what are we really engaging about?
Right.
And that was just my fault, you know, being short-minded, not, you know, looking at the bigger picture or not giving somebody the chance they really needed, you know. So I messed up on that. But, you know, that was me just, like, not really put my all into it and really being comfortable. When I'm uncomfortable, I can't flow. But like right now, I'm chilling, I'm sipping, you know what I'm saying? I'm good, you know what I mean? I ain't sipping no champagne and mimosas, you know what I mean? I got my drink. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a different situation right now. It's on a different element. So, you know, but, you know, hopefully I have another opportunity to get to talk to some of the people, you know, really get to sit down and really show them, you know, who I really am and who I really bring to the table, what I really bring to the table.
Okay.
Kamisha, call me savage anytime. Everybody else do.
I'm gonna go. Me?
Yeah.
Dating me. I'm an extrovert, so I definitely like to be out and about, popping out, having fun. But I like to have fun. But I'm very also traditional, which is an unexpected element of me. So, you know, besides me, like, just hanging out and, you know, I like to go to plays. I love art museums. I'm a lover of art and I'm a lover of music. Those are the two things that I really like. Outside of that, you know, I can come home, I cook, and, you know, I'm very domestic. So those are other qualities that are kind of unexpected because I'm just such a little busy bee and always have my hands in different pots. So they're like, when you got time to do that type of stuff? So, so dating me is going to be a roller coaster because, you know, we're just going to have fun. I do not like a boring man. It's never going to work. We would be bored with each other. So you definitely have to be able to keep me entertained. We need to keep each other entertained. Let's just say that. We need to keep each other entertained. So it needs to be a balance. So I think I would like a extrovert, introvert, you know, like someone that's outgoing but also kind of can like fall back and chill at the same time. I think so. Okay.
Like, I ain't gotta always be outside. When I'm outside, I'm enjoying it. I'm not being like a wallflower. I'm not, you know what I mean, sitting around being bored when I'm outside. Like, I'm out there, I'm engaged. But when I can also be in the house too and relax and just, you know, enjoy the quality time that way.
Okay.
How about you, Tiff?
Dating me. Dating me is spontaneous. It's beneficial. I'm full of knowledge. It's fun. I love to have fun. I'm always I cater to my man. I don't start off that way. I usually have to hold back because I love hard and I always want to give my all. And I've found in the past that I give my all a little too soon. So I've learned to be a little more conservative, you know, keep it real cute a little longer before I like dive in. Hence the reason I move the way I do when I date, because when I fall in love, I fall. So I try to take my time and build that chemistry and that bond. I really want a best friend, somebody that I can have fun is a big deal. Laughing, having fun, doing things spontaneously, that is a big deal for me. And another thing is, two things I can think of. Consistency is important too, dating. Like, what are we doing here? I think establishing the goal from the beginning is important, because then you move accordingly. If you all know that you're just dating for fun, you move a certain way. If you're moving with intention, you're going to have more intense conversations. You're going to get a little deeper with your conversation. And that establishes that emotional connection and that emotional bond. So consistency is important, the fun part of it. And the last thing will have to be communication. Let's just be open and honest about what we need and want from this connection. We don't need to waste time. I think it's best to just be honest and open. And it gives both people the opportunity to say, okay, I want this or I don't. If you're honest up front with the person, they have the choice to say, okay, all right, I can roll with this, or this isn't really what I want. So I think communicating from jump and being very open and honest really makes the dating process just easier and smoother if we just keep it real. Just keep it real from jump. But that's a challenge these days, y'all.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yes, it is. When you were on the show, did you have any conversations about your love language?
Me?
Anybody?
I did.
Okay.
I'm very in tune with the 5 love languages, and anybody I'm dating and I see maybe potential there, I always want to learn their love language, how they love to give love, and how they want to receive it, because sometimes it's not the same. But yes, I was very vocal about it. Hence the reason my introduction was, I like to touch and be touched.
You did say that.
I was elaborating on my love language because I was asked what my love languages were. And my primary love language is physical touch. So I was elaborating, and that, was my introduction. So yeah, that's that.
Okay. I did have that conversation. I think with Paul, I had that conversation. Mm-hmm. And my love language was also touch. Touch and words with, touch. Touch is the main one. I really, am I like to be touched?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with it.
What about
me? Word affirmation.
Okay.
I try to do so much, I try to take care of everything. I try to solve every problem. Like a male, I'm a little bit poor. Like, the same thing going on, I try to be on top of it. So all I ask in return is let me know I'm doing a good job. And let me know I'm serving you the right way. And if anything I can change, just let me know. But, you don't want to keep doing for somebody or doing things or thinking that you're doing the right things and you don't hear anything from them. Or you're only being torn down but never praised. It just kind of, makes it feel like you're just doing it for nothing and they're not really appreciating it. So, to verify that they're actually appreciating it and actually, what you're doing is actually worth it. The word affirmation, means a lot.
Okay. It's funny. A lot of men that I meet, their primary love language is words of affirmation. Our black men need a lot of love. I will say that. I have 2 sons, and black men are already dealt a difficult hand. I won't say it's difficult already for you all. So I think that it's important for us as women to be constantly uplifting. So when I hear a man say that his love language is words of affirmation, it makes so much sense because you all need to hear it and feel it, that you are just as amazing as you want to be. Okay, so.
I appreciate that, because we're really trying, men, I know we do make mistakes, sometimes we may disappoint you all, but at the same time, we're really trying, and we're trying to cover so many different things that we're trying to be on top of, and, it's tiring, and we carry a lot of weight on us, and sometimes, just hearing that, the word affirmation gives us the strength to carry on, to keep pushing forward, so, you don't owe it to us, but if you give it to us, we really appreciate it, we really would.
I think we do owe it to you.
I think so too.
We do.
I think, black men, you guys get a bad rap. And, you know, there are good black men out here. And, you know, that was one of the reasons why I actually even joined Ready to Love, because I wanted to meet the intentional man. So I said, okay, we're going to be on this platform. Everybody is here with some intent and with some pureness, and are really out here really ready to love and not playing no games. So that was really the reason that I really wanted to even, you know, participate and try to find love, because, you know, it's hard being out here and juggling through a whole bunch of nonsense, you know?
Yeah, this is true.
Exhausting. Like, you waste your time. You know, like Tiffany was saying, if somebody not being transparent, not being honest, you know, they may think that they want a relationship, but they actually don't. So you waste your time hanging around with them, you know, where you could have been investing it with somebody else. So, you know, being a part of the show, you assume that, you know, they vet the people that's coming on, and they make sure that they're actually looking for love, they're actually ready for love, and they're here to, you know, sustain love. They'll put their efforts into it, put their energy into it to, you know, make love and find love, you know, part of the process.
Yes, that intention is so important, and having good intentions is always going to lead you in the right direction. If you go into something not having a pure heart about it,
and it took only a few seconds.
It typically doesn't work out in your favor. So I went into this process with very pure intentions. I dated, try online dating. I try not to use the word hate, but I truly dislike it. I don't have one app on my phone, and I don't want one. Okay. I prefer to meet a man in person. Energy is very important to me. You can typically pick up on that chemistry or that energy in the first few minutes. You know, like, okay. You know, you kind of know when you start talking to someone. Me anyway. And I try not to focus just on the physical attributes of a person. You want to be attracted to them, but I try not to focus just on that, because what's going on here and here, I think, is ultimately what's more important when you want to move forward with somebody, not always how they look. Because, I mean, typically when it's something about a person that you don't like physically, you can fix it or enhance it or make it better. So I really try to focus on what's here and here when I meet someone.
Definitely, like, you know, if they, you know, mentally can't stay in a conversation, like, you know, I'm almost a Jeopardy guy. Like, I'm very, very, almost nerdy. Like, I'm very good with trivia and information. I'm very, very smart. And to talk to somebody that can't really carry a conversation, or, you know, doesn't know anything about any kind of politics, or, you know, I've met people from, you know, Maryland where they didn't even know that Baltimore was a city within Maryland. They thought Maryland and Baltimore were two different things. You know, so
wow.
Like, yeah, so the mental levels that you meet people is just sometimes so different. And it's really got to find somebody that can just, you know, really carry a good conversation that really has some depth to them. That's something I should look for. I look for in somebody, because I know after a while I'm going to get bored if you can't really, you know, sustain me mentally, you know, stimulate me mentally.
Right. It's real. It's real.
So if anyone has any other questions for us, you can drop in. We're going to be wrapping up. This was just our first little kickback to getting us to know us better, because, you know, you guys didn't really get to tap into us, our personalities, what we're looking for, our journey. And, you know, we just wanted to just clear that up and, you know, get to know us. And you can follow me, if you're not already following me, at she_is_cookie. You can also follow me at blackwomendowork.for_us. Those are my handles. You want to share, Tiffany and Salvage, before we wrap up?
Sure. Shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight. I saw my sister. I saw some of my friends. I shout out to Kamisha and some of the other bloggers that tuned in tonight. My Instagram is tiffwithan. You can follow me if you like. I'm pretty low key, but always know I'm here. I'm here.
I'm Fernando, but everybody call me Savage. Feel free to call me Savage. And my handle is Try Being Savage. You can do all things in life. You do try all kind of things in life. You can try being crazy, being wild, being fun, being boring, being lame. Might as well try being savage. I'm telling you, you enjoy it. Thanks for all the fans. Thanks for all the love and support. Thank y'all for tuning in with us. You know, thanks for watching the show. Keep watching the show. Keep supporting the other castmates and watch their journey as they try to find love. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Y'all know what it is.
Yep. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Appreciate
Good
y'all.
night.